And we're live.
And we're live.
We were remixing Hotline Bling.
Call me on my
They
cow side.
used to call me on my cow side. We were talking about our giggly weeds. Giggly weeds.
The OUID.
Yes.
Wee wee.
The
Wee wee.
I'm talking about my incense stick flavor.
Oh, that one?
Our co-star for the evening, the
Incense
incense
stick.
stick. I need strong ass witchy women vibes. Let's go. Hi, Jenny.
Ooh, I got my bat
We
wings on.
me too. Katie, Alex, here we go. I'm
Hey,
so good.
everybody! We conjured those sirens with our
Oh my
fucking
god,
bat
that
wings.
I feel like so much has happened already.
They used to call me on my cow side.
Late night when you
Need
need so good vibes.
good vibes.
I don't know what calcite.
On my cow
We
side.
need Jess. We need Jess to tell us what calcite can
Oh,
do
yeah.
for you. I'm like
Crystal
really
Council
relaxed right now.
involved. Crystal Council
Crystal
assembled.
Council, we're like not sponsored by them, but we mention them every episode.
No, but I happen to just have this huge
Bro,
calcite.
look at the light on that bad boy.
Da, da, da.
Wow. Look at those turns. Oh, I gotta show you my amethyst this
Yeah,
weekend.
show it off. Show it off.
I people who watch my Instagram story saw it. But it was from a photo shoot that I did for a weed company.
Woo!
Guess
Look at
how much
that
this
chunk of
was?
amethyst.
You gotta
How
guess, man. This
much?
is wild. $5.
What I have to guess? 50
I went to a
bucks.
rock show. Really? $50. Yeah, I went to like a rock and mineral show. I should be more specific. My dad was doing some geology stuff, so I went with him. And you get hunks of amethyst for $5 if you go to those gem and mineral shows, y'all. So check them out.
Wow.
Yeah, and they do like a
Bear!
different
Bear,
knives
what are
and
you
shit.
seeing? Sorry, bear's
Ooh,
at.
yes. Tell us who you are seeing and how much fun you're having. Oh my gosh, I need to go to a live music event. I
So
need, I
bad.
need, I need. Yeah. So, did you
Welcome,
say that you're
everybody.
doing like a DJ set soon?
Uh-oh.
Oh, are you frozen? Damn it. Damn it. God damn it. Awkward. Me time while Katie's frozen. Oh,
What?
I hear some. You were frozen there for a minute, buddy. You were frozen
Okay.
pretty much since I asked
Yeah,
you.
and you were
I forgot the
stuttery.
question. Oh, sweet. That's how this is gonna go. I already forgot my
Yeah,
question, so if
nice.
that
Oh, okay.
tells
Okay.
you anything. I really like your outfit tonight, by the way.
Thanks. I really like your outfit too.
Got wings. Unplanned.
Bat wings.
I'm wearing Maybelline's Stargazing Side Quest tank. Tank! Oh,
Nice.
Ryan! Yeah!
I just have a black tank on. It's lacy.
Ooh. So I have a
Bat
random
wings.
question that's inspired by the comments. Katie, do you
Okay.
remember who you saw at your first concert?
My first concert? Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. I was in 8th grade.
Yes.
Back in 8th grade, music was literally my identity. Like, when I tell you, I went to so many shows and I wore nothing but band tees. I mean, I was so obsessed with Korn that I also only ever wore like Adidas pants. Like,
Brian.
I had a subscription to Circus Magazine, and music was my entire personality. It was literally everything to me. So my first concert, I was in 8th grade. It was Korn, Helmet, and Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit had no albums out yet. They were brand new.
Wow.
My dad took us. He was making jokes that we were going to a barbecue. because of corn and biscuits. And you know, they really won him over. They did their cover of George Michael's Faith, and my dad was like, "Yeah, that was sick."
Okay, Dad.
And yeah, Helmet was, you know, iconic. Korn came out, like Jonathan Davis came out with his bagpipes and blew all our eardrums out. Um,
Amazing.
and I moshed for the first time ever, and it was really epic. My friends and I were all like in 8th grade and kind of scared of the mosh pit. Like we kept going down there, and then we kept like going back to the seats, and we'd like go down there, and then we'd like go back to the seats. And then I got really crazy as I got older. I was like, I've been known to jump off of dudes' shoulders into the mosh pit since. So, you know, you get more comfortable. You get more comfortable.
I love that
This-
this is being brought up. Mosh pit safety. No, I'm kidding. I am
Yeah.
happy this being brought up though because I had a very similar experience. Unfortunately, my mom took me to see Bon Jovi when I was very young, so that
Wait,
has
is
the
that your
same.
first?
My first officially is Bon Jovi when I was like 9.
Wow.
It was pretty
That's
fun,
iconic.
to be honest.
Yep.
It was really fun. It was like a gift or something. Anyway, so but I got really into the metal scene in 9th grade, and like the very local metal scene, and we had a club called Rhinos, and it was an all ages metal club, and I always thought it was the funniest place because they had like these lists of rules that were really satirical, and one of them was like no Irish river dancing and things, and I just thought that was hysterical. And I loved it. So like a bunch of my buddies' friends,
Mosh pit
their
safety. No
bands
ribbon.
played. Yeah, so we can mosh pit there for sure though. And so I remember the first time I moshed there, and I had like a couple of my buddies, and we would just grab each other's shoulders and kind of like charge through and like centipede our way through. Is so great. And then eventually I photographed for the club, so there all the time.
Nice.
And I remember one time uh there's gonna be a little bit of gore in this story for just a second, but I remember seeing somebody at the club who like walked away, and like all of us had like plugs in our ears, like stretched ears, and he had like 2 inches or something, and we were all like, "Whoa, he's like the plug god!" And then he was walking through the mosh pit, and his earlobe was in 2. His earlobe was in 2, and we were like, "Never mind." We were just done.
I got a gross mosh pit story. I was at
Yay.
an 18 Vision show, and if anybody knows 18 Visions, they're like notoriously known like violent like mosh pits. So my friend Corey gets his like, I don't remember what happened to Corey. I think he like chipped his tooth or something. Something happened where Corey's like bleeding. So we go outside, and like, you know, there's like an ambulance already outside helping all of these people who are already bleeding. As we're like sitting there, and I'm like waiting, like Corey's like drinking water or whatever. We're just kind of like sitting there outside. This dude comes out, and his fucking collarbone is sticking out of his fucking skin. It was snapped, and his collarbone was
You know,
So
my
that's
parents warned me about these metal clubs, and they were right.
Yeah, that's my worst one.
Dude, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild. I need a second for that one. Woo!
I
I'm
got
good.
like, you know those like hair combs like that you can like stick in your hair and kind of like tuck your hair back with.
Oh yeah.
So I had one up in my hair, like, you know, kind of like keeping the flyaways up, like when you have your hair in a bun, you know. And I was at a Converge show, and I got kicked in the chest, and I like slammed up against a wall, and my head hit, and the clip went into my head, and I pulled it out.
No! Katie!
Y'all, I could go on and on. I used to be rowdy.
I just can't get over it. Like, it's inside of my head.
Yeah, and I ripped it out, and it was just like blood.
That's
Peachy the Killer
gnarly.
style.
That's gnarly. I see them in a whole new light now. These secretly malicious clips. Oh my
Christian
goodness.
concert. Yo,
Oh yeah.
how rowdy were the Christian concerts?
So let me tell you about the church camp I went to. We had
Okay.
the director of the church camp. So I went to Assemblies of God, if anyone is familiar with that wild denomination. But we had this mega church camp in northern Indiana in Hartford. And it was called Lake Placid, by the way. Oh my god, just remember that. I can send you the website. It was Lake Placid. So I go to this church camp, and the director's son is in this metal band called Forevermore. And they were all like super hot, of course. They were so cute. They had the emo hair, and I was like, I love this so much. So I was like here for it, and got to like hang out with the buds. But we would have like really rowdy praise and worship, and so I was like kind of down with it until I got to about 15. But I remember praise and worship at church camp was like post-hardcore. It was cool.
So
Not
church
yet post-hardcore,
moshing,
I
church moshing versus regular moshing.
guess. Very platonic and very pure.
What is
Like a handshake and a head pat on the back and a yeah brother nod and like
in the mosh pit?
everyone was like
Tabernacle headbang? Oh my god.
tabernacle. The Tabernacle of Praise was another church in my town.
You know, Sarah brings up people writhing on the floor possessed, which kind of could mimic a mosh pit experience if you had enough.
Sounds too sweaty for me. It is. It's a very damp experience, often slippery and
Damp.
sometimes painful.
Damp indeed. Damp
Mhm.
indeed.
Anyways, that was a super fun trip down memory lane. I needed
That
that.
was.
I needed that because those were some fun times, and I am not confident that I will have many more of those because I don't really know. I don't really know the metal scene around here. I don't know if it's like
Just gotta
how it
go
was
to a
back
show.
home back in the
Dude,
day. Yeah,
Pentagram, like the Pentagram is playing here like next week at like the smallest club ever. I'm like,
really.
yeah. I'm like,
Who was supposed to come that I was I know Cannons is coming, that's cool, but there was someone I was really excited about, now I can't remember. Beach House. Beach House is coming. And they're
nice.
signed to Garrett's Garrett works for their label. And so
Nice.
I'm like, yo, Beach House.
Get in there.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Yes,
that? Sub
please.
Pop? Are they on
Yep.
Sub Pop? Yep.
They've been on Sub Pop for like 9 years at least.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's wild. Oh yeah. So speaking of music, we have like a song of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out right now that we want a song of the week. So something I've been listening to a lot lately is like a really cute.
You should play it. Can you play it?
Yeah, I can. The music video is really cute because they are kind of ripping on or like tipping their hats at Ferris Bueller's Day Off with the phone call trying to get out of school. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me. So it's called Orange Juice.
BB's here.
And the band is called Between Friends.
Nice.
And I will play it for you. Before I have a commercial.
Yeah.
I need that premium. It's really cute. How much should I play?
No, I want to get a good grip on it. I guess. Crystal Crew. Yeah, this is a good vibe.
Can you hear it well enough?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay. I can remember my headphones are connected.
BB,
But
do you like this? You like this
they have a guy that's dressed up as an orange in these videos.
as an orange?
Mm-hmm. His head is an orange. He's so smiling. Love it.
What's everybody feeling like the song of the week? How y'all liking it? We
They're
should
showing
put
like hieroglyphs. Okay. Yeah,
Bex,
pause
can you
it.
type the artist and the name of the song in the chat?
Yeah, totally.
That's
Have a little
helpful.
awkward. So song title first.
Oh, BB.
I am inhaling this incense. My throat's burning.
Guest star the incense.
This is not
Our
good. Okay.
guest star of the night is the incense and BB.
Oh, BB, yes. Okay.
Yeah, BB has decided.
BB has chosen.
Yeah, she has
Oh.
chosen to be part of the show this evening.
What's your song of the week?
My song of the week, I chose a local band. They're on Spotify though. Altered G, G-E-E, Altered G-E-E. It's about to be the biggest summer in the world. Because it is, you guys. It's about to be. Can you hear it? It's just getting started. Hold on. Biggest summer. That's right. Right, BB? It's Friday night. Hey.
Holy cow.
Vibing with these crystals and BB.
I'm gonna see Christian. Wait, you're seeing it first. Is that a whistle
out?
note or is that?
It's about to be. Yeah, guys.
That's some good stuff.
That's some good stuff.
That's some good
Setting
stuff.
up
Okay,
the
were
vibe.
those whistle notes that I heard, or was that were those whistle notes, or was that an instrument I heard? Both.
That is a synthesizer.
Okay, I was like, if he's hitting those whistle notes, we're gonna have a conversation.
I mean, he gets up there for sure. That's my friend Saeed. Oh yeah, that's my friend's band. That's my friend Teal Saeed and my Alter G.
Well, they're awesome.
Coming in. So they're awesome. They're super funky. They released that song like right the summer that like COVID was like rampant. We never got the so
yeah.
This summer is that song's time to shine. Finally.
This is that summer. I love it.
This is it. It's going to be the biggest summer in the world, you guys.
Huge. Oh my gosh.
Huge.
So
you heard it here first.
You heard it here. I kind of wanted to like plug a couple of people's things. I just love this will like segue really well into like a tangent that we want to have about collaboration. But I want to have like a promo minute, and I would love to like promo things every time we do this, like whatever's happening, you know. So like Rob
Yeah.
Christopherson of Our Strange Skies has a merch store, and he just got like a Gondola Man line. So you can get all kinds of stuff with the Gondola Man, and then
So cute.
on the merch
Gondola Man's
train,
adorable.
yeah, Gondola Man's really funny, and there's like a whole ass story behind him. And then Personal Pans, Vanessa Willico, that's her podcast, and they have merch now too. So Personal Pans, and then a Patreon just started for them too. So check all of those out. What do you got, Katie? Oh, are you frozen? I think she's frozen again. Oh no. Oh, are you back?
Okay. Hello? Okay, yes.
There you are.
So for me, it cut out after Gondola Man.
Oh shoot. So second one was Personal Pans, the podcast. Vanessa's
Yes.
the host, and they have new merch as well. So go check them out, and a new Patreon. And then I said, and your recommendations.
My recommendations, what did I
Yeah.
write down? Oh, you guys. Submissions for the feminine macabre. Who's doing it?
I
Some
think
of you out
I think
there.
I think the submissions closed yesterday.
Oh, really?
I think they
Oh.
officially closed yesterday. Yeah.
Oh shit. I literally thought
um.
I saw it on Twitter like a little while ago. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was
Well,
talking
my
about
bad.
this morning how she like needs to, yeah, they closed the line.
No.
But
No.
she is like a hustler, and volume 5 will be open for submissions. I would feel like within the
True. Like
next like 6 months. Seriously.
it's true. And when she opens those submissions, you only have like a month. So starting
Hmm.
one now is like a really good idea. I think a
Yeah.
lot of you have a huge voice in this because you do a
Yeah.
lot of investigating. You do a lot of like engaging with people who engage with the paranormal and yourself. Like you all definitely have stories for
Hmm.
this book. And I think you all should submit. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's that.
Um, yeah. I also want to hear about Bear and Tanino's. They had a trip this past weekend,
Oh,
and they posted a sigil.
yes.
So I was trying to help with the sigil on my own, So yeah, like I can't wait to hear you guys if you ever want to share it. We can yeah, would love to hear what happened because I know
I
you guys
know.
were
Bear
doing
is
the
at a
sigil
Phoebe
work.
Bridgers show right now.
Oh, well, I hope you have so much fun. I think there's a delay. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know. Sorry.
That's okay. So I guess like moving from that to the quick tangent, I saw some stuff online that's like I think Shell posted it actually. No, it was oh Sakina on Twitter. Her official name is Softer Saturn at Softer Saturn. But she was posting about collaboration instead of competition. And I think
Mhm.
that she was referencing it more in like the tarot reading, astrology world. But I think that it also applies here. I know
Yes.
that there's a lot of instances where people maybe feel like they might get miffed if they share their ideas or what have you. And I know that with Liminal Earth, one of our biggest things is to make sure that we can make as much as we can open source as humanly possible. And then truly trying to make like WUFO, for instance, is accessible to like people like Katie who maybe don't have the safest access to the night sky. So that's a big focus of ours. And I think piggybacking off of that, it's like if you get an idea, I don't think that you need to like walk on eggshells and be like, if I try this, I don't want to be copying people. I think instead just be like, hey, by the way, I got this idea from so and so. That's all you gotta do. You can do your little
Yeah.
experiment. Just be like, hey, I got this idea from here. And I was talking to Vanessa Waliko about this. She does personal pans, and she was saying that even in like academic research and things, that you want to like credit conversations. If Katie and I had a conversation, oh, like here's a perfect example, using like tarot, um, during our live investigations like this, I've been doing it in WUFO and stuff, but Katie kind of gave me that idea. So I try to mention like in the WUFO post, like, hey, like Katie Webb, oh, it's for the altar too. Like Katie Webb's idea of the elements altar is what I'm applying. So it's just like 3 words or 4 words, but it's just giving that nudge and kind of saying like, hey, this is non-threatening. This is collaborative. This is how we grow. It's not let's
Also,
out compete each other.
I feel like that even adds science to it, because like if someone's watching you who has never seen mine, they can now like reference, okay, I can watch what Bex did in this moment, I can watch what Katie did in this moment, I can do this, and now I have more results to compare to. Like there's actually like you're giving like the history of where you got the idea at the same time, and now we can have just more examples, and just like we can take our theories even further because we're working as a group.
Yeah. A collaborative
Oh,
effort will get us farther than like wanting to like outsmart each other and like
yes.
claim territories. It's ridiculous because that I think slows things down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's credit each other when we do things, but let's also not be afraid to like collaborate and truly
Yes.
try
There
to
is
kick
no
those.
shortage of paranormal experiences. Like you can just make them
And the
with your
thing
mind.
too, you hear a lot is like there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room here. There's constantly new people coming through and it's amazing. That's what we want, right? We want people to get involved and we want our ideas to spread, and the more ears that we have, the more uh, collaborative potential we have.
Yes. New
Simple as that.
eyes, new minds, new ideas. Yes.
Powers and numbers. Yeah, I think
Teamwork.
I have
Dreamwork.
like the best Katie quote, and it's that everyone can have their niche thing, but we can still inspire each other in the
Yeah.
process. So we don't have to like we can have niche things, we can have our things, but then we can also inspire and work with each other.
Totally.
Boom.
Boom.
That has
See?
been your announcement. That's been our thing. So what have you been like watching on TV recently?
Oh, TV.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan and I just finished Servant, and I'm
Okay.
obsessed. And I want everyone to watch Servant. There's another season of it that hasn't come out yet, so you have time to get caught up with 3 seasons.
Okay.
Apple TV is $5 a month. While you're at it, watch Severance. But Servant is really interesting because Servant actually ties in different magical applications and different like sort of like Christian exploitation ideas. And I think that we actually see a lot of that coming through um just like just like living in the world that we live in, first of all. But I want to throw out Brick Mojo out here. If none of you are following them, they have a very interesting history with researching bricks and how that's tied into different like nuns and Christianity and etc. etc. I don't even want to spoil it. I want you to go out there and see what they're up to, because they're doing really interesting things, and I could not help but think of them when I was watching Servant, and it's just kind of cool to see parallels with M. Night Shyamalan fiction, movie, TV series, and like real life and stuff like that.
Right.
It's fucking
That's true. Wow.
yeah.
I love
So
that.
that's been a really exciting thing for me.
Yeah. I need to sign up for Apple TV, it sounds like.
If you have some time, like Servant is not super long. The episodes are like, actually, I don't really know, but it's only like 3 seasons. You could easily binge it in like a month. You know what I mean? It's $5.
Okay.
Totally worth $5.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Do it.
it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. What have I been watching? Oh, I've been watching this documentary series on Disney Plus. We just got a Disney Plus account for the nature docs. Um,
There's so many.
so there's so many and they're so good. So we're
Mhm.
watching one about whales right now.
Ugh.
And I thought that it was really interesting because I was also watching a really recent Hot Ones with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. She plays
Oh,
11,
yes.
and she's like all grown up now. But she, yeah, she's in. Oh well, my entire train of thought just left. But basically, I was watching her, and then oh, she has like a connection to whales. That's what it was. She was talking about how she's obsessed with whales and she has like this spiritual connection. And I'm just like, excuse me. A couple of WUFOs ago, we were trying to reach out to orchids. We had all these orchid things, and you and I had a conversation about whales. So I'm like, Millie, what's up?
What's up,
Hey,
girl?
girl.
Let's
So
go talk
yeah,
to these whales.
but the whale. I told you about this, but I have to tell everybody. So the first episode's about orcas, and we have these orcas, all these syncs with WUFO. It's great. So there's somebody in New Zealand who's diving, and they're an underwater photographer. So they're photographing, they're filming, and this pod is feeding on stingrays. The like matriarch of the pod brings a stingray over to the photographer and leaves it for him, and then like is expecting him to eat too. She like gives him
Yep.
a plate of food, and I was
Yep.
like sobbing. I was sobbing. I was like, that's amazing because like over the course of these last 20 weeks with WUFO really like have like this fundamental thing of like if you want to have any sort of contact, some sort of interaction with anything other, gifting is the way to go. And
Yeah.
so
100%.
and part of that's because of you and our like Bigfoot conversations and things, and seeing what you've done on Haunt Me. But yeah, we're doing this, and orcas do the same thing.
Yeah.
They've done it to us.
So many
It's wild.
crows do the same thing. Like, if you think about it, if you want to become friends with any animal, what do? You gift them food, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with a spirit. Gifts. And usually food is the fucking way to go. Who doesn't want some food?
Yep.
I do. The way to
Exactly.
my heart is fucking food. Fuck yeah.
I have used
Fuck
that
yeah.
so many times, and it's worked every time.
The minute I started bringing apples to every single investigation, totally changed my relationship with the way that, see, like, even though he's like, food.
He
He's
used to have
saying
the
it.
magic words. That's how mine are right now because I'm feeding
Yeah.
them after our show, so they're like, "You better not say no."
Yes. I did my
I,
cat, I call it my cat ritual. I did my cat ritual before us.
oh yeah, you got to do it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sarah says, "I picked some strawberries out of my yard today. I'm gonna offer them to the space pirates." That sounds fantastic.
Wow.
There's a lot to unpack. That
From your
I
yard
love
and
some.
everything? Ooh.
I love me some strawberries. I love me some strawberries. Yeah. Oh, what does that say, Jenny? Something female energy is needed in the world. I'm thankful I get to be. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Thank
I just love
you.
we just love hanging out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
so like we were talking with Jess and we were talking about in our last episode how wild like Mercury in retrograde was, plus the
ooh.
eclipse season. So like Mercury in retrograde is now officially ended. But
Yep.
we,
Mercury moved direct today,
yeah, and
this
so
morning.
Saturn is going to be going into retrograde, and Sakina on Twitter, a person I mentioned whose handle is Softer Saturn, they shared this about the new retrograde, and I think it's wonderful, and it perfectly segues into like the main portion of our show this evening. So they say Saturn RX is a time where we need to get to release and rewrite old stories that may be slowly poisoning our foundation. The poison impacts jaded perception, lacking integrity, looping the same stories of why you are the way you are, avoidance of responsibility, and resistance to maturing. The Saturn RX invites us to reparent ourselves with joy. Themes are re-examine your why, reflect, restructure, redefine. Forgiveness is the key to staying in the present. Daily body practice, spending time with younger aspects, meeting old situations with new energy, and family breakthroughs. There's a healing available for the root, solar plexus, heart, and third eye chakras. No matter what your beginnings were, you're here now. The shift from pining over the hand you were given to actually creating something with it or revitalize your imagination. These foundational shifts are so dialing in on what the body needs. This is so important. You may want to lean into mobility, endurance, and strength training. Bringing your body with you helps the integration process. Flexibility is the psyche and building muscle. Yeah, and again, that is from Sakina on Twitter. Their handle is at Softer Saturn, so go check them out. They have a lot of great stuff. Wanted to, yeah, that's like the perfect Saturn RX thing I've seen so far,
Yeah.
and it applies for tonight.
And everyone should always look at where you have Saturn in your chart. Easy charts like astro.com, easy place to look at your chart. See where you got your little Saturn symbol lined up with the number of the house on the inner. And then you look up your house, Google. Okay, I have Saturn in the 7th house. So if I saw that, I'd be like, okay, 7th house, Saturn in the 7th house. And then you can just read about it. And then you can kind of know where all of this like Saturn retrograde information that we just told you like can apply. Like for me, it's going to be like relationships.
Oh, I gotta recheck my house situation, see what that is, and I shall know then. Cool. So why does that tie in tonight, Katie?
Well, because we're going to really check in with our body. So before Saturn retrogrades, we're going to get in touch with where it's at right now. And I'm going to try to take y'all down to the Telluric realm. Come on down the
Come
Telluric
on
realm.
down, rail. We do the same song. Come on down to tell you I rail.
Come
That
on
sounds a
down.
little too. That sounds a little too Old Town Roasty. Put a little
Down to
something
the
in it.
Telluric realm.
Oh my goodness.
I felt
Anyway.
okay when I was just seeing that 2 movies popped into my head. Beetlejuice one, when he's all like in the little like
He's going to
like
the brothel.
yeah. And then also totally random, but a Goofy movie popped up into my head. If anybody is familiar with that movie, where they're like at the possum place, and they're like,
That was one of my
yeah,
favorite talking movies. I've seen that
yeah,
movie 100 times.
100
Dude.
times, power line all day, all night.
If we reach into each other's arms,
Or a perfect
maybe love is the reason why. For the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Seeing it eye to eye. Yeah.
Guys,
This is how you get into the Tellyard realm. This is how you get in.
Goofy movie.
How many copyright notifications are we got 1 last time. I think we're gonna get 3 this time. Woo! There's no consequences there. It's just sorry, smoke. Why is it blowing in my mouth? Anyways. Casual.
That's smoke.
So
our guests are. Our guests are. Where is it?
It's blowing this way for some reason. Now it's just following. Anyways, the dangers of weed, ladies and gentlemen.
Terrifying. Right,
Anywho,
right.
we are gonna get in tune with our bates, into our bat wings.
Exercise your bat wings. Oh, that was my elbow. Did anybody hear that crack? That was crazy.
Mm-mm. I wish mine would. Ooh, that was a nice one. Anyways. So your body, make your body pop.
All right. Here, let's set a mood here.
Okay.
Let's set a mood. Anybody going to participate in the chat?
Yes. Who wants to get their mind and their body right and maybe try to go down to the Telluric realm? Oh, if they're unfamiliar, we can kind of give them a little taste. So it's like, Katie, you should explain what it is. I have a brief synopsis, but I've only been there once.
The Telluric realm is sort of a place, it's sort of considered like 2D, like a second dimension. And variety, of people will say a variety of different things about it. But essentially, it kind of falls under the theory of like an inner earth theory, but not quite Agartha, not quite hollow. Something a little more interdimensional, something a little less literal, like not literally inside of the earth. One of the ways that they suggest you get there, which is a little like controversial, is getting in tune with your blood flow in your body, because essentially our blood flow is supposed to be what connects us to the inner earth. So that's what the beginning of the meditation starts out to be like. We start to connect with our blood flow and our skin and like our actual like flesh suit. So in the beginning, there's a chance like you may get a little overstimulated, but then I'll do more of like a visual travel for people who like to meditate visually. I'm looking for a very specific like sound. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I couldn't have this prepared because it's like YouTube.
I have some candy selections if you I can distract, I can divert. Look at my candy. Look at my candy.
Please.
All right, what do we got? We got a couple kinds. Okay, sorry, smoke. Okay, we're gonna move this over here. So I have a couple candy choices this evening. I got some strawberry Laffy Taffy.
Forget all your passwords.
Sorry,
Bill Pay on the
commercials.
TD Bank mobile app keeps all your bills in one place.
This is called a snap indenture or
Fucking
an
YouTube.
overdenture. This is on the upper jaw, and I can just snap these.
Okay. What do you got? Oh, those are so good. Oh, I don't have any candy.
Hey, were those eggs good? Were those gummy eggs good? Because like I want
those
some.
gummy eggs were good.
Okay.
They were a really big version of that. They're way fruitier than you think.
Whoa.
They're big. Yeah, they're like big.
I was wondering like if they were more Haribo texture, if they were more like Krabby Patty texture.
Krabby Patty.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Were they chalky at all?
No. Okay. Very much like the bun and the Krabby Patty.
Yeah. That's nice. I like the hot dog like a hair more because it has a little more Haribo bite, if you will.
I know.
Katie and I are gummy connoisseurs.
The pickle in that Krabby Patty, a little more Haribo. It is.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah, we are gummy connoisseurs. Tina, you got any gummy worms over here?
Tina, where are your gummy worms? Her secret
Tina!
gummy worm stash.
Tina, where you got the gummies? I don't think I
Tina,
have.
Tina. I'm gonna mute my
Argento?
chewing.
So I have to talk now? It has to be me. What the heck? Okay. So I've got these sounds. So they say 432 hertz is what helps you connect to the Telluric. So I'm gonna play the tones. Play those tones so you can get into the Telluric realm. And we're gonna just get in a vibe. We're gonna get in a vibe and connecting with our bodies. And then we're gonna sink. And we're gonna sink into the earth. And I am just gonna describe the visual, like the way that I get in there. You can do what you want. I think.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell them a little bit about what happened when you took me? Just
Yeah.
as like a little highlight reel. I don't know. Did we
Yeah.
do that last week or did we save that?
I don't think we talked about that with Jess.
Oh, I talked about it with Jim. I talked about it on Night Drift.
Okay.
A little, like just a little
Okay.
bit.
I missed like most of Night Drift. I literally tuned in the last like fucking 10 minutes.
You texted me and you're
like
like,
an
don't
idiot."
even try. Don't even try. I failed so miserably. I'm like, it's coming
Yeah.
out on Tuesday. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those of you who don't know, I do a monthly segment on the Euphemet Feeds Night Drift. With Jim Perry, we do like liminal reports. We try to focus on the Pacific Northwest specifically, but yeah. And like the time before my last episode, I actually was in studio co-hosting, and I got to interview live someone who lives on my peninsula who's had experiences and started like our whole dog named obsession over on Night Drift. So it was just the best. But yeah, I forgot why I brought that up. Oh, for the recap, I remember that. I talked about it on on my report. Okay. So Katie and I did like a private session, and she was like, I want to take you to Telluric Realm, and I was like, all right, let's do it. So she did all like the body training with me that we're about to do with you guys. And then she was like, okay, you just have to cross the mercury pool. You can get in if you want, or you can walk around, whatever. Once you get to the top of the mountain, like you're there, you're good to go. So I jump into the mercury pool, I swim, I get to the top of the mountain, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in. So I spend the majority of my time in like, it's very similar to the mercury pool, but it's like a mercury ocean almost or something. And I spend a lot of time in the water down there, just looking for like underwater caves, and I was looking for something else. But then there was this like this element of hiding. And I remember at one point being on this beach that had like these really dark rocks, and someone I was with, like another guide, I was with Katie some of the time, but I couldn't see her, but I knew it was Katie, and then sometimes it was someone else, and I don't know who they are. Couldn't recognize them. I don't remember what they looked like either. They were trying to cover me with these rocks, and I looked, and like I saw like my like astral self for the first time, or my Telluric self. I don't know which it is, but I had like fish scales kind of, and they were like Caribbean blue, and then they had like these really long royal blue fingernails, and we called me the Caribbean amphibian, I think is my official astral nickname, or my Telluric nickname. But I did that pretty much the whole time. But Katie's perspective on my trip or our trip, we did it together, is very interesting. So if you want to share that, I think that would be awesome.
So I'm like a dragon down there. I'm not like a person. I show up as a person in the beginning. And I'll take you all through this too. We climb a mountain together, And I'm a person through all of that, but I get to the top and I transform. There's something about the top of this mountain that I like grow these huge wings, and I'm humongous. Like, I'm humongous. And I think my first few trips as like a dragon, I wasn't humongous, but I am like humongous now. I'm like a big giant dragon. When I first started, I was a different color dragon than I am now, like much darker scales than I used to be. And now I spit fire, which is also new for me, which is exciting because that's what was happening in the last meditation. But we couldn't make it so that Bex could hear me, but I couldn't hear Bex. So it turned out that I was like hearing what Bex was doing. So I was like trying to kind of like guide my own meditation and find Bex, because I could hear her being like, I'm underwater. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go find water. And I'm like flying through the sky, like trying to find Bex. And yeah, I basically just had my own journey. At one point, I think I was walking behind Bex, but we never really crossed paths. I was mostly in the sky. She was mostly underwater. So, I mean, it's like, of course we didn't cross paths.
But I love that you're like dominant air sign and I'm dominant water. And so
right.
You're in the air and I'm in the water, like, well, duh.
Funny. That's so funny.
I just realized that.
Yes. That's so funny. I love that.
Me too.
So I think tonight I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be your guide tonight, everybody. So with that being said, Bex, you're chewing. Okay, I'm wondering if you're gonna do tenny tones. Were you able to do tenny tones and hear me? No.
No, I have an auxiliary cord that I plug into the laptop and then into the headphones. So what I can do is once I get to the mountain, like, let me rephrase that. So from our private experience last time, that y'all can watch if you're nice water ball, that y'all can watch if you are Katie's patron or Luminal Earth's patron.
New guest star.
Yeah,
water
for
bottle.
sure. But what about our private process would you change? Because I couldn't hear you. Once we got to the mountain together, that's when I switched into the tenny tones. And so do you want to do that again, or is there anything that you would want to do different? Because you're asking if I could hear you. So I can do this setup while we're doing the body training, and then once we get to the mountain, I can do what I did last time. Just throw these on tenny sounds.
Yeah.
Go back. But I'm open to however you want to change that.
I think that's good, because I think it could be cool to kind of Estes method with you once you're down there, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
That's kind of what you would end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sounds good.
Cool. And for other people, if you can just listen to me, because I'll do the guided meditation and I'll have these tones going for a little bit. Actually, these tones go for 6 hours, so we can have these tones go the whole time.
Wow.
And see if you guys maybe can find Bex.
I'll go somewhere different, somewhere not like where I just shared. If I can help it, that is.
In my experience, so I have known several other people to have visited this place. And we call it the Telluric realm because we get there from the way in this book, which this book is super unhinged, and I've recommended it way too many times to way too many people. And when you read it, you're just like, what? This book did teach me a few things aside from all the crazy shit that's in here. But yeah. So we start here, and we use this language. This is what I was taught. What I was originally saying is that I've known several other people to visit the Telluric realm, and they all have many different experiences. Three out of four of them experienced this like Mercury Lake. It's like this one common denominator that we all seem to have, and we learned about it through each other, like discussing it. We didn't. It wasn't like and had the experience after. It was like I said it and they were like, are you serious? Me too. Yeah, so that seems to be like the one common denominator. So I'll try to take you there, and it seems from there people have a variety of experiences. So I head towards the mountains. There is a city. I've known someone to boat down the Mercury Lake to a city. So there's plenty to explore. Their creatures are unlimited. It is whatever your imagination can come up with, basically. You are at the mercy of your brain in what you experience with the Telluric realm, you know? But go buck wild. I'll take you to the mountain, and then you gotta do your thing. You gotta go from there. But I'll lend my the whole time, because I'm not going to actually do it. So I'll have my energy to spare. Oh, I don't know if that works, but why not? Let's try it.
We'll try it.
Why not?
I have my mushroom with me too.
Yes. Yes. The mushroom. I've got these guys. Ooh, the tarot cards. Oh, I pulled the Magician. That's a good one.
That's fun. I'll pull one Oracle of the Hypogeum real quick, because those are fun and sassy. Just pretty vague, like anything specific we can expect on this journey. Ooh. The Telluric realm. What will we encounter? Show us the way. Okay. I don't know. I feel like Madame Leota from that Haunted Mansion movie. her voice. I did that for a second. I was like, oh wait, I just caught myself being a fucking weirdo. That one was just so we have insect.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Now the insect here, those of you who aren't aware, this is the liminal earth oracle of the Hypogeum. You have liminalmall.com, but it's a fun deck of symbols, and kind of dips your toes in quatria. Okay, insect is small, considered emotions that don't waste energy. Small changes at the onset, gradually turning into huge changes. A tiny representative of a large force that could easily destroy the planet if they could only get organized. Wow.
Yeah.
Some insect
Organize.
energy. Organize and take charge. Okay. Insect.
Okay.
You used to call me on my calcite.
Call me on my calcite.
Okay.
All right.
Ready. That was Linda Belcher coming through.
That was a terrible sound that she made just now. Get ready for it again, people.
I just gotta put my
make a terrible sound for us.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I should have muted first. I'm getting used to this mute game.
It's all
Mute
good.
game.
All good.
Sorry, ears.
It wasn't like high pitch or anything. It was just like a lot of yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Muting is good. Muting is good.
All right, everyone.
Was
The slow bite of yes. Yes.
Are you a crystal ball right now?
Yeah. Me.
Cool. The magician.
A little oily. It did stick.
Oh my god. I'm cheating with the mask.
I got nothing. It's just stuck. That's how oily my skin is.
Oh. That's amazing. No, that's how good your face wash is. Some good stuff. Okay.
All right, everybody. Get comfortable. Relax your shoulders. Release your jaw and your eyebrows. Feel your arms on the surface of where you are sitting or lying down. Feel how they make contact with the surface. Take a deep breath and feel what is inside your arms. Little twitches, pulsing, ebbing and flowing. Feel all the tiny things going on outside of your arms, all around you. Consider all of the surfaces you are touching with your body and with your mind. Your mind observes, notes, it is curious. It just wants to feel with your body where you are, inside your body and outside your body. You are not alone. Notice all of the life around you and inside of you. Little tiny creatures that only microscopes can see. You know they're there even though you cannot actually see them. You know they're there just by the feel of them. You are full of millions of little creatures, little bodies inside your body. They live with you, inside your cells, inside your molecules, in your blood, your skin, your tissue, and your bones. Are there some that you like? Some that you feel good about? ones that you feel close to. See with your expanded, observing, all-intelligent mind. Find a way to speak with all of these creatures. How do you leave an offering to the microscopic creatures inside of your body? Take another deep breath. I want you to find your root chakra. Connect with your root chakra in your mind's eye. Can you picture your chakras lighting up one by one as you connect your eye to your root? Like a pinball game or some sort of arcade game, light up each one of your chakras. Let the energy rise through your body until you feel bright. Take a deep breath. Release your shoulders. Now cast a cord from your root chakra down into the earth. Pay attention to the color of your cord as it travels through your house, maybe a basement, into the soil, through roots, insect dwellings, different muds, different clays, sand, maybe some water. Watch the cord penetrate each layer until it runs out. At the end of the layers, when you see no more, you find yourself on a beach. This beach is your home base. It is where your cord is connected to. Think of it like sliders. Get back to the beach when you're ready to travel back. If you look around, you'll see different paths. This beach is very green. Lots of trees. Pick a path. Down one of the paths that you find is the Mercury Lake. I'll give people some time to catch up. When you find the lake, there's no need to be afraid of it. You can swim in it. You can walk around it. But on the other side are the mountains. So head towards the mountains any way you feel comfortable. do it. Oh, it's 11:11. I guess 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Any way you want to get up the mountain is up to you. Do not be intimidated by it or any type of mobility issues. You are anything you want to be. You can get up this mountain any way you want. Grow wings if you want.
So I'm going. What's really interesting is I'm at the top of the mountain here, and instead of jumping off and flying like last time, I'm like floating, hiking down the side, and it's like a complete mirror of the Mercury Lake, except there are ruins there. They look like Mayan ruins of some sort. A lot of steps made out of like the local stone.
Are there any locals around able to give Bex a guide?
So I'm walking up this ruin of these steps. They're almost vertical. There's a part where I can continue up at the top and there's an entrance or like a covered open area, or I can kind of like walk to the side and there's like a middle entrance. So I'm kind of like scaling the side of this ruin. I'm going in. Okay, there's like it's really bizarre. There's just like an open, there's like, I don't know how to describe it, like a balcony all the way around, but in the middle there's like 2 floors down, there's like this giant scorpion. There's this huge scorpion, and he's just kind of like trapped in there. Looks like some sort of like spectator thing. Maybe people drop stuff in there for it. I don't know if it's a scorpion or a crab. I keep seeing both. When I try to look at their distinguishing fixtures, they like get blurred out. They keep changing color from red to black to brown, red to black to brown. It's like a crab with a scorpion tail pincher, like a barb thing, but then like a chameleon, and then it can change colors. It's huge.
Little crab scorpion thing, can you tell Bex your name?
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. Tell Bex your name. That way it'll be easier to have a conversation with you. We know what to call you when we are looking for you.
I'm getting the urge to like go underneath that first floor if I can and find some like garage exit that this being can exit the ruins from.
Okay. That's interesting. Does the crab creature know like what the ruins are from? Like, is it an old city?
Somehow this Scorpion and I have like developed this deal telepathically where they're not gonna follow directly behind me at this tunnel. I can give them some sort of verbal signal from my end if I find an opening for their size. So I'm gonna give them like a organized whoop of sorts if I find it. If I don't find it, I give them a different signal. But I'm going to like the tunnel, not tunnel, but weird underground hallway, if you will.
This is interesting. Cool. Seems like you're being granted access to something. Maybe this scorpion can tell us more.
Okay, I'm going back to this tunnel, this basement hallway is turning into that underwater cave I was at last time.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
It's starting to get very damp. Starting to smell salt. Yeah, the scorpion's not going to be able to get out this way because I don't think that they can swim.
Maybe they can shapeshift.
Okay, they let me know that someone else is coming with an excavator of some sort, so I'm okay to leave them. Okay. I'm gonna go underwater here, leave the cave I'm in, the Mercury Ocean again, not the lake. It's like a Mercury Ocean, but I'm in an undersea cave. Just exited it, and now I'm swimming. I'm looking up at the water, and it's reflecting back to me like a mirror.
Sounds like a lesson.
I heard more than a whisper. Just gonna kind of float here and stare at this mirroring ocean surface from underneath.
Sounds nice.
Starting to see the night sky through it.
Let X be weightless.
Very clear night sky full of stars. Night is definitely fallen. Obviously. I'm hearing watch for forms. Watch for forms. This is instruction.
Oh, Jenny, your rock from Maine is pulsing. Nice.
They're just everywhere.
Yep. Can any of the forms show yourself to Bex?
I hear someone say, I've been waiting here for you. but I don't see anybody.
Can you tell Beck your name?
Non-threatening. Just a little startling. I don't think they're right there. I think telepathically they're somewhere, maybe above, maybe on the land, maybe in the cave, but they're not in the water.
Cool. Maybe it's one of you guys.
I'm sending them back something along the lines of like, yeah, what can I do? What can I do for you? Something about flower power, but I have more flower power in that kind of context.
If you have more flower power, who are you comparing it against? Us? Do you consider like our little like Katie and Beck's live thing like our flower power? Just heard that, sorry.
Take the seeds off of my plate.
Interesting. What kind of seeds are they? What kind of seeds should we be
Shake
looking for?
will get them going.
Shake will get them going. Anybody got any answers? What is that?
With me every day. She can hear. I'm starting to see some lightning. It's shaking the water a little bit. I'm getting about to that time, Katie. I'm giving a few more seconds, but I'm inching about the 11 or 12 minute mark.
I accidentally just looked at the clock and I totally accidentally severed my concentration. I shit you not. That's funny that she said that. BB's being so cute. BB's being so cute.
600. 600. Okay. Gonna go ahead and leave.
Got it. Welcome back.
Thanks. Oh.
I'm excited to hear if anybody in the chat had any experiences also.
Me too. Do we have any more specific that we should send them to report those fun experiences?
No, just contact us.
Yeah. Reach out to us. Let us know your story.
Yep.
Yeah, mine was pretty cool. Yeah. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, yours sounded really cool. You replied a couple of times to questions I answered, never directly, of course, like classic S's method style. But you said something really interesting at one point. You said, take the seeds off my plate, shake them to get them going, or something like that. And in between there, you said, take the seeds to get off my plate. And I was like, what kind of seeds? And you were like, shake them to get them going. I was like, what is that?
Magic beans.
I don't know, but that to me felt like a fun little like side quest.
Shake some
Shaking
seeds.
seeds. Shaking seeds.
Have you ever seen ruins there?
No, never.
That's fun.
I did try to like ask creatures to reach out to you, and right after I did that, you met that like scorpion creature.
Yeah.
I asked it to tell you its name, and then you were like, whatever it takes. And I was like, okay, great.
They really wanted to get out if they were stuck in those ruins, but like the only exit I can find was like a marine exit, and they're like, "Yo, I can't swim." And I was like, "Okay, sorry, no worries, someone else is coming." I was like, "Oh, okay. I'll see ya."
Weird.
So we like developed a little like vocal signal for both. Yes, you have a way out, and no, it was cool. So
That
them
is
just
cool.
and wasting energy. They were like, "No, I'm gonna stay here, and you just shout this if yes, shout this if no." I'm like, all right. Mm-hmm. And then I spent the rest of my time like I do this a lot in the astral and just a lot in dreams where like I'll go to the place, I get ready, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have an adventure. But then within the adventure, I find a space, get my body ready, and then I divine doubly. Or like I go in, and then in my astral I go in further. So I felt like I was like scrying in the water.
Cool.
And so I was like getting something else, and I'm like, this is like Inception or something. I don't know. It was weird. But cool. I've done that in my dreams a few times though, where I like purposefully hunker down and then travel outside of the body.
Cool.
So I don't know if that's just something I do, but I'm like, why? I'm already in the astral. Why can't I just do it? I have to do an extra thing. Okay.
Extra thing.
Extra thing. We'll do it. Oh my goodness. So closing remarks.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear from other people if they had any experiences, if anything lined up with anything Beck said. At one point you were hearing like a disembodied voice, and I was kind of wondering if maybe it was somebody else that was trying to contact you.
Yeah. I heard it was something where I was in the water and I could tell that they were not there with me, but they knew where I was. But yeah, it was interesting. That lightning storm was pretty cool, but I could tell that it was quickly like a GTFO. Okay, lightning storm, time to go.
Got it. Yeah.
But I did a different flying ointment this time too. I did the witchcraft and necromancy blend instead of the thinning the veil blend.
Interesting.
So that's fun. That was my first time using that one.
Cool.
But I love this journey and this process because it's like pretty easy for me. I don't know. It's really easy for me to kind of click in.
Me too.
Get going. And I don't have that experience often, so it's cool when it does happen.
That is cool.
I think so too. Closing remarks. Oh, do you want to announce who our next guest is going to be?
Yeah, we haven't even told them a date yet, you guys. We're a little behind on that. So we will tell them a date, but they already said yes. And you should go watch their show right now or tomorrow or the next day. Their most recent episode, I'll keep dropping hints until you get it. Their most recent episode is in Connecticut. They're calling it Erie, New England, Creepy Connecticut. Anybody got any clues? Anybody got any guesses who are next? It's a pair, it's a couple. It's a duo of investigators that we like their style and we think they're kind of fucking out there doing it and killing it.
They're doing the work.
They're doing it. They're literally living the lifestyle. So many paranormal investigators investigate solely for content and do nothing in their spare time. You can't even walk into you can't even walk into their homes and find books. Like it's literally a job. But these two, it's a lifestyle and we love to see it. And look, they're in the chat.
Hi guys.
World Dark Paranormal.
We're gonna message you guys with some dates. We're flexible.
We haven't. I had a death in my family, so that was really crazy. I literally was at a funeral today, you guys.
For a long time.
Bex had this crazy home inspection and had just a wild week of cleaning and things like that. Just it's been a week.
For sure.
And now it's over.
And now we can kind of let our hair back and tune our bodies.
Trepidation.
Yeah. Oh, we love you too, Amy. Really.
Yeah, we love you too. I literally cannot wait to talk to you. I watched a couple of episodes of your show today. I'm gonna watch more. I'm really excited.
I watched the White. Was it called the White? Is it the White House? Not the White House, but
the White House. You guys.
The last place that they released the video on. Now I'm blanking on the location. But I always learn about new locations from them. It seems like that I feel like should be bigger. I feel like they get all those cool nooks and crannies that should be more popular. As what I see, and I love it because I'm I've heard of these places. Go.
That's so cool, right? And they go to places that are well known. So if you're somebody that's just getting into the paranormal, you can see a little bit of everything on their channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get that plan soon. And that'll be soon.
That's the next episode, whenever that happens.
Cool. That'll be the next one. Okay. I love it. Well, I think that would be a really good time to say thanks for coming, as always.
Yay, thank you,
everybody. This will be not live. This will be available for replay indefinitely, so enjoy it. And yeah, we're just trying to figure out where we want to take this, what we want to do with it. And if you have any ideas or any guests that you want to see, let us know.
Yes, we do have lots of guest ideas lined up.
We do. All right, well, until next time, guys, have a good night and a good weekend, and we'll see ya. We need a catchphrase.